Once again, welcome back to you all friends. Already we have discussed vector product today. Now we are extending same thing to next one that is called as uniform circular motion. What is the meaning of uniform circular motion? Uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion is a motion or circular motion with a constant speed. Once again, I repeat, circular motion with a constant speed is called as uniform circular motion. This is when the path is circular, it is a circular motion. O is a center, A is a position, and then it is with a constant speed. It becomes uniform circular motion. Even though the uniform circular motion is with a constant speed, it is called as accelerated motion. This is direction of velocity. This is direction of velocity at B. You can see that though magnitude of velocity is constant, its direction is continuously changing at every point. Therefore, UCM is accelerating. This is very important thing in case of UCM. Even though the speed is constant, uniform circular motion is accelerated motion. Now, this uniform circular motion, we want to find out acceleration. Consider here, once again I am taking it, it is, now suppose that this is point A, velocity is here, this is point B, velocity is here, this is O. Now this velocity and this velocity, if you take it in this way, you can see this is V2, this is V1 and this is delta V. Delta V is towards the center of change in velocity is towards the center of the circle along which it is performing uniform circular motion. When we reduce it, when we go on reducing, this approaches here, and when it comes to the one point, that is it is along the radius of that one. So this centripetal force, which we call it is always along the radius and towards the center. So the acceleration, which is always toward the center and along the radius, is called as centripetal acceleration. Here we came across definition of centripetal acceleration. The acceleration which is along the radius and towards the center is known as centripetal acceleration. It is due to uniform circular motion or even for circular motion. Let us find out acceleration. Consider this figure again. This is point A. This is point B. Here we are. Magnitude is same. Now I draw parallel vector to this P here. I have drawn PA parallel to RB. It means that PA vector is equal to RB vector. Both are equal. Now I join this one. These are velocities. So from this triangle BRQ, triangle BRQ, we get it RB, one vector, plus RQ, another vector, which is equal to BQ. Therefore, RQ is equal to BQ minus RB, where BQ is V2, where RB is V1. So we are getting it as RQ is nothing but delta V, change in velocity. RQ becomes delta V. Now I draw, it's a radius. This is another B as a center and BR as a radius. I draw this circle. This angle is delta theta. Similarly, this angle is also delta theta. There is a property, angle between two radii is same as that of angle between the corresponding tangents. So in this circle, radius is BR, radius is BQ and angle is theta. We know that angle is equal to R by radius. This is geometrical result. Arc is equal to r cube divided by radius is v. It is not r here because this br is equal to velocity. So this delta theta is equal to delta v by v. We want instantaneous acceleration. So instantaneous acceleration is always defined as limit delta t tends to 0, delta v by delta t. When we are taking it, this one becomes delta v is equal to v delta theta. This I am dividing by delta t. This also I am dividing by delta t. Again limit delta t tends to v delta theta by delta t. This one is dv by dt, rate of change of velocity with respect to time. V is constant, it comes out. Therefore, it becomes limit delta t tends to 0, delta theta by delta t. This becomes centripetal acceleration. This is v. And this is nothing but d theta by dt, which we call it as angular velocity. So omega. So centripetal acceleration AC is a product of linear velocity and angular velocity. Let us find out relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. Here, relation between v is a linear velocity, omega is an angular velocity. Consider the object which is moving with angular velocity omega. Omega is angular velocity. V is, it's a linear velocity here. Delta theta is angle here. So, delta omega is always defined as omega is equal to delta limit delta t tends to 0, delta theta by delta t. Delta theta is nothing but arc divided by radius, which is equal to dv by r. So I can write it as this became delta theta is equal to arc, that is a displacement ds. This becomes arc is a displacement. Therefore, delta s is equal to r delta theta. Delta s by delta t is equal to, when we are taking limit delta t tends to 0, delta s by delta t, which is equal to r, limit delta t tends to 0, delta theta by delta t. This is nothing but velocity v. R is there, this is r, and this is nothing but omega. Therefore, velocity is equal to omega cross r. In magnitude, v is equal to r omega, but in direction, velocity is equal to omega cross r. We know that AC is equal to v omega. Therefore, v square r is a centripetal acceleration, which is also written like this, omega square r. Acceleration is always towards the center. Therefore, acceleration is equal to minus v square by r cap, or which is equal to omega square by r cap. This is negative sign indicates that it's towards the center. This acceleration, when multiplied by mass, it gives us centripetal force. This centripetal force is responsible for the particle performing circular motion. So always, constantly, the particle is pulled towards the center of the circular path, and therefore it can keep itself on the track. If centripetal force is not present, then particle will be thrown out of track. So basically, the force which is necessary for particle to perform circular motion is known as centripetal force. It is m minus, always towards, Fc, centripetal force is equal to minus r cap. mv square by r is the magnitude. Minus sign indicates that it is towards, which also is written like this, m omega square r. It is a vector I am writing. When I am writing here, it is a vector, not r cap. Minus m omega square r. So this is about centripetal force and centripetal acceleration. Now, when the particle is performing uniform circular motion, then there is a time period. So this time period, which is called as t is equal to 2 pi r divided by v. This is also equal to frequency mu is equal to v divided by 2 pi r. You can see v by r. V by r is nothing but it's omega. Therefore, v is equal to omega mu. It is actually frequency is equal to omega upon 2 pi. Or we can write it as mu omega is equal to 2 pi mu. Angular velocity is 2 pi times frequency. This is also important result. We get it here. Thank you.